So, the Cincinnati Bengals are bringing in quarterback Trevor Siemian for a visit, and obviously this is for their backup quarterback position. Now, obviously we talked about many times, Jake Browning has the job, and I honestly think nobody's going to beat him out, not only because I think he's the best candidate for the job, it's also because of the fact that he has a rapport with the Cincinnati Bengals offense, with Callahan. He knows the playbook. He has a rapport with receivers. He's played 2 full preseasons with the Cincinnati Bengals, so he knows what he's doing, right? And if the crazy day, knock on wood, that the god Joe Burrow goes down, then obviously Browning would be the quick replacement. Now, of course, with the fact that they're not bringing back Brandon Allen, really does mean it's going to be Browning's job, right? And we saw last season that he was on and off the active roster. During the playoff run, they actually activated him as a designated backup. So it's very possible that he just becomes a starter no matter what. Now, I didn't see the nicknames that Trevor Siemian had, but now I did. T-Money Sizzle, T-Money Wiggle, and T-Dot. Jesus Christ. Well, yes, those are nicknames that apparently Trevor, I don't know who calls him that. His mom might call him that. He's a former 7th round pick for the Denver Broncos, and he has not really had too crazy stunt in the NFL. His record in the NFL is 13-for-17, 42 touchdowns and 28 interceptions. In the games he had played, which actually came in 2016, where he became the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos for 14 games, he played 3,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Not horrendous, right? Following season, not the greatest. He only played 11 games, started 10 of them, and had 2,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. He then went ahead and did nothing in his, after that, he got cut. Then he went to the New York Jets, where he was 0-1 in one game. He went over to the New Orleans Saints, where he played a total of 6 games, started 4, went 0-4, 11 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, which actually is surprisingly enough not that bad. And then finally, with 2022, he played for Chicago, where he was a backup. And now he is 32 years old, and there's no way that Cincinnati's even entertaining this. But they are entertaining this because they have brought him in for a visit. Now, why would they ever do this, right? Because this guy is absolutely not good. 33.9 overall grade, 33.5 passing, and 56.1 rushing. Well, the reason why they bring this type of guy in is to compete in the preseason for an active roster spot. Now, at the end of the day, you're going to get Trevor Siemian for absolutely nothing. And I'm talking about $1.08 million, nothing guaranteed, league minimum. You know, if you don't like him, he's gone, period, end of story, right? So that's why you bring him in, for him and Browning to compete for that second string spot. Now, also could be, realistically speaking, a chance to increase Browning's, confidence, because he's going to absolutely slaughter Trevor Siemian here and actually take over the job completely. But yeah, so that's really all you would bring this guy in for, is he wouldn't cost anything, and he would just be a guy you bring in to kind of see what he could do. And in the preseason, obviously. And again, the hopeful here is Joe Burrow never misses another game in Cincinnati Bengals uniform. And as long as he never misses a game in Cincinnati Bengals uniform, then this backup situation is just simply what it is, a backup situation. And he'll never we don't have to worry about either Browning or Trevor Siemian having to take the keys of the kingdom and, take over and try to win some games. But again, it's one of those things where you got to look at all your options, right? And let's say, for example, in the preseason, Trevor Siemian goes out there and throws, some pretty good passes. And he looks actually halfway decent in Callahan's offense. Well, then maybe at the end of preseason, you flip the guy, you trade him, and you get a 7th round draft pick for him. Something like that. Maybe you get a 7th round draft pick next season for him, just because some team out there is desperate and they're like, oh my god, do you see him in the preseason? He looks pretty dang good. And then bam, he gets a chance somewhere else, and Bengals get a 7th round draft pick for him, right? I just really do not think he's gonna even make the active roster. I don't even think he's gonna get signed, to be honest. I think it's one of those things where it's like, hey, listen, we brought him in, take a look at him, see how he looks, maybe he passes the physical, we see him throw some footballs. That's pretty much that, right? We don't want Joe out here throwing footballs right now, so we're gonna have somebody else do it. It's nothing too crazy to talk about, but again, like I said, it does beg the question of who's going to be that second, quarterback on the roster as of week 1 of next season. Well, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I've talked about it before. I think it's going to be Browning, but it's very possible that it could be any of these other free agent quarterbacks on the market. I don't think it's going to be Trevor Siemian, but it could be anybody else. There's a lot of quarterbacks still on the market, even though, again, it's not like quarterbacks still in the market that aren't startable quarterbacks. They aren't starting level quarterbacks, but they're good backups. A lot of solid, good backup quarterbacks in the market still. But guys, if you did enjoy this video, hit the like, comment down below. See you guys next one. Peace out.